They say some mirrors don't just reflect your image, they steal your soul. Deep beneath Paris, hidden in the endless catacombs, lies a cursed mirror. One that doesn't show your reflection as it is, but as it wants you to be. Those who gaze into it vanish, leaving only their twisted reflections behind. A group of explorers dared to find it, and what they saw? They never came back the same. But the real horror, the footage they left behind, revealing something no human should ever witness. Stay till the end, because once you see it, you might never trust your own reflection again. They say there are places in this world where the veil between life and death is paper thin, where the air itself whispers secrets no one should ever hear. Deep beneath the streets of Paris, in the winding, endless catacombs, a legend has been whispered for centuries. A legend of a mirror that does not reflect the living but captures their souls. No one knows who placed the mirror there. Some say it was an occultist obsessed with eternity. Others believe it was cursed by a grieving widow who lost her love to the darkness of the tunnels. But those who have seen it, those who have dared to look into its depths, they never return the same. Some are never seen again. Others come back, changed. A group of explorers, urban adventurers chasing the thrill of the unknown, decided to descend into the catacombs. They weren't the first to seek out the mirror, but they might have been the last. Their cameras were found days later, lying in the dust, their voices echoing through the last recordings, voices laced with terror, with confusion, with something else, something inhuman. It started as excitement. They laughed, joked, marking their path with chalk as they delved deeper. The deeper they went, the quieter it became. Their laughter faded into whispers, their whispers into silence. The darkness pressed in, thick and suffocating. Then they found it. Standing in an alcove carved into the ancient stone, the mirror waited. Its frame was blackened, twisted as if burned. The surface wasn't quite glass, nor was it metal. It pulsed just slightly, like the breath of a living thing. At first, it showed their reflections, perfect, clear, almost too sharp. Then, the reflections moved. Not just delayed movements. No. The reflections smiled when they did not, blinked when their eyes remained open. A hand twitched in the mirror, but none of them had moved. A coldness crept into their bones, their breaths misting in the stagnant air. One of them, a man named Jules, reached forward, fingertips brushing the surface. The others screamed for him to stop, but it was too late. The mirror swallowed him. His body did not fall into it. He simply ceased to be. His reflection, however, remained. It turned, smiling at them from the other side of the glass, its head tilting in a way no human head should. The group ran, panic overtaking them, but the tunnels twisted, paths closing behind them. The mirror had them now. They could hear Jules's voice calling, distorted, echoing from every direction. Pleading, crying, laughing. One by one, they fell to the darkness. The last of them, a girl named Lisa, made it to the entrance, her hands raw from clawing at the stone. As she turned, just before she escaped, she saw them, her friends, standing at the mouth of the tunnel. But they weren't her friends anymore. Their eyes were hollow, their mouths stretched in silent screams, and behind them, the mirror pulsed, waiting. She ran. She never stopped running. She tried to tell the world, but who would believe her? Who would believe could trap souls, replace them, twist them into something else? The cameras were retrieved, their footage analyzed. Some of it was corrupted, impossible to decipher. But in the final frames, as the last survivor turned to flee, a reflection remained in the mirror. A reflection of someone who should not have been there, someone who was watching.